Alright, I think we're live. We have just unlocked going to the past, and we'll be doing ultimatum next, because the next boss is Viper. The Viper is by far the hardest boss in the playthrough, so we need all the help we can get. Oh, and we're doing the Azargbog, I guess. Because we forgot about that. Nice.
There is power in this object. I can feel it.
Oh wow. Level 94 died. Rip. That must hurt. I never know how to navigate this zone. It's really hard to do for me. It seems so random. Oh, this guy detonates corpses. Have to be careful.
Fall before
kind of spooky. I never learned what this event does. It seems not to have a point. I thought maybe it weakens the boss. Like, but I don't understand how that would work. Does anyone know how this event is supposed to work? What it's supposed to do?
The Tail women never spoke of this kind of power.
I don't get it.
Will of the Maracan.
We found her. Nice.
She flies, of course.
Now for the difficult part. I didn't check our fire resistance. Okay. I hate this boss. I think it's one of the harder ones.
It was safe. Hey there. Bye-bye.
Right, finally we're lucky mint.
A step closer to legend.
wonder how is our mana without this. Maybe let's get one somewhere. Guess here. Yeah, so now we're tanky as fuck. This is what we're looking for. There is a support gem specifically for curses. This one. Like so. Alright, I think you're ready for ultimatum. Cryo says, this game less grindy than Diablo 4. I'm a beginner to MMORPGs, and when I played Diablo 4 it was way too grindy to level up, and I just stopped playing after I hit like level 60 on 2 characters. So what Path of Exile does is there is no campaign skip, so when you play a character you get to like level 65 I believe after the campaign, and that's sort of mandatory, and then I would say it's significantly more grindy than Diablo 4, meaning, I mean, what I mean is there is more to grind. There is actually significantly more to grind, in a good way, I would say. Like, there is actual content in this game to do at the end, and you can choose the content yourself. You can go mapping, you can farm ultimatums, you can focus on killing bosses. There's a bunch of content to make the grind more varied, is what I'm saying. There is very little of just, you know, running nightmare dungeons. Just you can do that, like the equivalent of that, I mean. But if you were tired by Diablo level 60, then this will be much worse, I would say. And also, this is not an MMORPG, remember. You say you're new to MMORPGs, but this is not an MMORPG. Jesus Christ. This is a really annoying mob. Okay. This is an ARPG, not an MMORPG. This meaning, like, as you can see, I'm mostly playing solo and not really encountering other players if I don't want to trade with them. And there's no one like in Diablo, you will meet people in the open world, but this doesn't happen in Path of Exile. All the zones are yours fully.
Don't get overconfident just because you beat the first rule.
Oh Jesus. I'm actually going to reset this, because this is really bad. Really bad RNG.
Chaos smiles upon the victorious. Will let
And Cryo, if you are interested in Path of Exile 2, I would say it's not really a game you play
was not
necessarily for the gameplay, if that makes sense. You play this game sort of for the exploration and the challenge of it.
challenger. Prove yourself.
There is really a lot to learn about this game, and every day I see people coming up with more and more crazy ideas for what can be done in this game and how the systems can be exploited, which systems like Diablo really doesn't allow for that. It's like the game first. Someone said, and I really like that about Path of Exile 1, that it was actually a spreadsheet simulator disguised as a game, and I think it's very accurate. There's a lot of cool shit to be explored in this game, and very weird ideas to be had, and that's sort of why you play Path of Exile. The gameplay is sort of adjacent to that, I would say. Like, my idea, for example, for this character is for it to be a Chronomancer and slow everyone around me by a ridiculous margin and freeze time on bosses and kill them. And that's why I'm playing hardcore, to sort of limit it as to this. See if this can be viable in hardcore.
This is just a warm-up. They grow unstoppable.
This is very non-standard way to play.
Stem the tide.
Also, if you're looking for similar games that are maybe less grindy, I can definitely recommend, at least on like a casual level, Grim Dawn. That game is gameplay focused, I'd say. It's very like single player. out alive. It was much harder than I thought it was gonna be.
This is just the beginning. A drought for the thirsty.
We are getting fairly lucky so far.
Cling to life.
Time for the boss. Is there a lot of freedom in builds in PoE 2? From what I can recall in Diablo 4 it was hard for a casual to stray from meta builds and still be good. So some of the classes were just too hard for a casual, like I played Barbarian the first time and it was terrible. I switched to Blood Necro and had much better time. Well, so if we were to just say that in Diablo 4, I don't know, there were like 5 viable builds per class, let's say. When I say viable, I mean able to clear all content with like no big issues, right? I'm not saying one-shotting everything, but just no big issues. Then in Path of Exile, you can multiply the number of builds that are able to do that by, I don't know, 100, maybe more. The amount, I mean, I'm saying Path of Exile, but I mean Path of Exile 2, of course. It's this is a game about making builds, and Diablo 4 is, I don't know, I don't even know what it's supposed to be. Don't get me wrong, it's a decent game, but it's definitely not, it's not trying to get to do the same thing as Path of Exile does. All the builds you're seeing me play, I made them myself, and I'm able to clear all content. And there's a lot of like ceiling when it comes to builds. But it all comes with, like, in this game you really require a lot of knowledge. Much more things are viable, but you really need to, like, actually try to understand how the game works. And it is very well explained, that's to be said. In Diablo, many things are not well explained in my opinion.
I must travel light.
This is not bad. I'll give you an example in a second.
trial well.
Let's try this.
I accept the wisdom.
Approach.
I'll give you an example in a second on why this game is much more friendly to people. And it's definitely not ideal in any way, shape or form.
How?
Fucking hell. That's a good shield. Jesus Christ.
See you.
Alright, so to answer your question about build making and what is viable. In Path of Exile 2, you're only limited by the weapon you're currently using, and you can use all these skills. I mean, in the future these as well, right? You can use all these skills if you only have this weapon equipped. It's not a class-based game, really. Actually, the classes really don't play that much of a role, but they give you a direction if you're new. So let's say I am playing sorcerer right now, and I am. And normally sorcerers are encouraged to use elemental-based spells like Frostbolt and Frostbomb and Ice Nova and Flame Wall, and later stuff like Fireball, Firestorm, Flame Blast, stuff like this, right? But what I'm actually doing is I'm using skills from the Witch area, because I just prefer them, right? And there is reasons why I'm playing Sorcerer, is because the Ascendancy, the proper class that I want to play is Chronomancer. This can only be accessed by a Sorcerer. So basically, if I wanted, and people are doing this actually, I could equip a mace and use skills from the warrior tree, from the mace tree, and use those instead. Like, there's nothing stopping me. I can just go right here, path through here, pick up some nice nodes, and here is the warrior section of the tree, and use that. Or even say, fuck it, I don't need those nodes. I'll just use fire skills from the mace tree, and there is a bunch of fire nodes in this area, so I can be a fire mace wielding sorcerer or witch, right? So this is already very unique, so that classes are not really a big deal, and just crossbows, axes, maces, bows, quarterstaffs, later daggers, right? Yeah, there's no limitations, and also you have two sets of weapons. So let's say I pick up a, where is it, a quarterstaff, and I can put it here, and then I can go to my skills and say, let's give you an example. Frozen locust. Oh Jesus, I don't have enough dexterity. one that requires less. 20. I want to show you this is just 10 dexterity. And this gives some extra dexterity. So, I cannot use that. Here, frozen locust, and let's say I put it on the middle mouse button, and now you will see that I can still cast all the spells, but I can also use the quarter staff, right? But let's say I don't really want to, because when I'm casting spells, right, I'm not using my wand and my focus, which give big bonuses to spells, right? So what I can do is I can go in here and used with weapon set only 2, right? So then normally I have my wand and I'm casting spells with the wand, but when I press the quarterstaff ability, it's gonna immediately switch to the quarterstaff. And then I can have my spells have only used with the set 1, and when I start casting, immediately switch to the wand. So that's like a neat tech. It takes a second or half a second to switch, but there is nodes, I believe, in the mercenary area here that can make it much faster. It's weapon swap speed. Because like mercenary is sort of like the weapon swap, sort of like a weapon swap class. But that is sort of a tip of the iceberg, because that's really a tip of the iceberg, trust me, because there's so much more going on. Like the fact that there is people that are like playing mercenaries and they're fully going into maces and they're doing like some absolutely crazy stuff with that, like absolutely crazy builds that require so many different unique items, and unique items are not like they are in Diablo. They're much more I would say build defining, and they're not centered around abilities. So an example unique, let me find you something like this one. This says that it triggers decompose. This is the decompose skill. It doesn't appear anywhere there. You cannot have it without this item. It's only on this item, and when you step on a corpse, it's gonna decompose the corpse. And there's entire builds that are using this specific unique, and they're killing everything with this decompose. So it's like an example. Or like this this bow, you see it basically has no damage, and the only thing it does is increases bonuses from a quiver. So you use this and you use like a very powerful quiver, and that gets multiplied exponentially by this bow. And there's builds like that, for example. I wonder if I have like, or like here, this one has a line called Eldritch Battery. Not sure if you can see it at the bottom. It says Eldritch Battery, and Eldritch Battery is actually a keystone. Where is it? Here. It's a keystone here. So you might be able to allocate specific keystone abilities by equipping, for example, a helmet. So if you, like, for example, are a mercenary and you start here, but you really want the Eldritch Battery, you don't have to go all the way here to pick it up. You might just use that helmet. So the game really opens up a lot of possibilities for you to be very creative, and it helps you understand what's going on. So for example, if I hover over all these mechanics, like I don't need to check what Eldritch Battery is. I can just click it, right, and read exactly what energy shield recharge is, right? I don't need to go to a wiki or anything like bleeding. Look how much text there is to explain to you. How the bleeding works. Yeah. As you're saying, the freedom is really fun and it gives you a lot of options. And honestly, there is no other game like this when it comes to the freedom of creation. Just today, there is a specific skill in the warrior tree called where is it? Resonating shield. Like this doesn't deal any damage. It only basically breaks armor in an AoE. And this skill, I consider it like super useless. It's so bad. But just today I've seen a guy make an entire build around this skill and he's clearing like super fast and exploding entire screens. It's taken him a lot of money and like 6 different unique items, but he made it work. So if you really like something, even the most useless skill in the game, you can definitely make it work. And there's a bunch of skills and there is more to come, right? Because we still don't have like half the weapons. Don't have any shape-shifting, we don't have flail, we don't have axe, sword, spear and dagger. None of this. And you'll notice most of the trees that are here are still missing skills as well. Like here, right? So there's more coming. And there's really a build for literally every skill here. And you can make it work yourself as well. It's just a matter of, spending the time with the game and learning what works and what doesn't. And the game really allows you to be creative and doesn't obstruct your way to do that. So yeah, you can learn like very easily like what a spell is, because like it will say like attacks are not spells, because many nodes will say, let's say there is like a fire somewhere here. So here this one says increased fire damage and damage penetrates 10% fire resistance, right? This is cool. This is usable by spellcasters because this is fire damage. But you will see, where is it? Now of course I can't find it. I think here. Where is that stuff? Oh, I'm lost. I can't find it. But there will be like fire damage with attacks, or like damage with hits, right? So that means increased damage with hits, and hit is any damage that isn't damage over time, right? So it's gonna explain to you, right? So ignite is a damage over time. So first you ignite and then it's increased damage with non-ignite type stuff, right? And also there is a bunch more stuff, like for example, let's say you're like me and you're a sorcerer and you're in this part of the tree, but you really want, I don't know, this, like here, stun threshold per strength, right? You can actually do content in this game, drop those crystals and anoint your amulet, and the amulet allows you to pick one of those medium-sized nodes, quote unquote for free, right? So you can all hover your alt over a node and it will tell you exactly guild, and disgust. Those are guild, and disgust, and you can add this specific node because maybe this node is like super important for you, but you're super far away from it, and it's like bonus build making for you. And there's a lot more actually, but if I get into it, we'll never get out of here. No, it's not. I mean, it costs gold, and gold doesn't have that many uses in the game. Mostly it's for buying from vendors and
can I
Inspiring.
Like I'm in hardcore, so I have like 100,000 right now, and if I respect those 3 nodes, it's gonna cost me like 3,000, right? So if I go respect more, let's say I respect all this section, it takes me like 13,000. So it's not free, but it's definitely not a big deal when you're playing. And in my softcore account, softcore characters, they have like 3 million gold at this point in time. So I can respec like many times over.
Are these? Flesh.
Okay, we're approaching the hardest boss in the game, in my opinion, the Viper. And I've died twice to the Viper, so I really don't want to die
There
now.
they are. Hey! Die, scum! Oh, I was hoping to avoid conflict.
So we will be testing this new toy. We have time freeze. Let's see how it works. Oh, works really well. But it's kinda short. Oh, brother. This was kinda sketch.
I can't do that yet.
I don't think this is game changing, to be honest. This ability. It's not gonna help me with the boss, so I'm gonna respec out of it. I might actually make it harder if I keep it, because I'm gonna rely on this. And we'll pick enemies in your presence are slowed.
Oswald mentioned looking for something like this.
Alright, it's happening. I'll probably die here, but this was a very good run, if it happens.
Halt! Your rampage ends here!
Don't worry. I can solve this. This is all just a misunderstanding.
Which one of you activated the gate? Which one of you is a Val blood?
Why, that was me, of course. I am Alva the Live, treasure hunter extraordinary.
Take her! Bring her to Doriani. As for you, I will pay back every drop of Val blood you have spilled.
Enough talk.
Serpent spear! Serpent fight! Viper strike! You will fall before us! You are nothing but a locust! Feel Arakali sting!
This is the hard part.
Arakali's back!
Holy shit.
Arakali's wave!
Jesus Christ.
I will crush you insect!
Okay, so far so good.
Young man, take you! Bounce, Rockman, or die!
Please don't transition. Oh my god, we made it. Jesus. Holy shit, my heart is pumping so hard.
There is power in this. I can feel it.
My hands are shaking, honestly. So this is one of the items that is very build defining, for example. Like you'll see that enemies ignited by you take chaos damage instead of fire damage from ignite. And it also reduces the ignite duration, but it can increases the ignite magnitude. So this allows for very interesting interactions with ignite, because normally ignite is caused by hits by fire damage, and it deals burning fire damage. But this makes it so that it deals chaos damage, and there is interesting ways to interact with this, but it takes your ring slot, so it's a trade-off. And it also makes the ignite significantly shorter. But for example, there might be ignites that don't really have a duration. Let's say there is skill that only keeps enemies ignited as long as you breathe fire on them, so it doesn't really have a duration. It makes for a very potent magnitude of ignite. So you might be able to circumvent the drawback with specific builds. I got a lag. Okay, we're good. If I died right after defeating the boss, I would fucking cry. It's here. Where is the exit? What is going on? Is it seriously here? There's no way. No. I bet this is like an area that is not in the game right now.
Fall before me.
What is going on? Where is the exit from this zone? Finally. Alright.
Forgotten.
Nice. And another rare mob from these Bigfoot dudes. And it also conjures flame locks. It's really rare. Jesus.
Quickly. How goes it? Watch your step.
What do you need?
Oh, this is a really good helm. And this is okay.
See you.
So in this zone what we want to do is kill the fat guys. Because the fat guys drop sacrificial heart. And since sacrificial heart is required for a sacrifice. Oh my god, another one.
Didn't break a sweat.
Uh-oh.
Die, scum.
Insuhe, Axiotlo, Tulhare Elba.
Still no sacrificial heart. I'm getting a little bit worried. Hello there, random chatter. Speaking in Polish.
Fall before me.
sacrificial heart is really refusing to drop. This is a last chance, because I need it here. Nope.
Forgotten.
Nice.
There is unique power within this flesh.
Got him.
The Val also had brutal traditions.
Pretty huge.
I offer this heart.
This
to you.
gives us 2 skill points.
Garakan.
Yes, on the exit, and we are level 43, that's fine. Alright, I'll take 2 minutes bio break. Be right back. I'm back. I just realized that we have a boss that we skipped, that we really cannot skip, so we have to go back for it. Unfortunately. Because that boss gives us 10 fire resistance, and we are severely lacking on fire resistance, so we really cannot skip that. The only trouble is finding the boss. So I know more or less where it is, but
Unmade.
oh, I really needed to sneeze.
Another soul core. Now, where to use it? This is a find. Oh, goodness. No stone up there.
Nice, found it very quickly. It's a key to unlock the post door. Now to find the boss. Do we use the key? Yeah, we use the key. This is like a treasury.
I should take a look.
No, it was a waste of time. Alright, that's good. Maybe the boss is on the other side of the highway. Yes, there it is. Okay. This boss hits really, really hard. I think this is the boss that killed me the most amount of times when I played my ranger. It was actually ridiculous. I think like 15 times. Nice. Plus 10 fire res.
Your duty has ended. A statue of the man himself. I know not much of him, other than his
This is
brutality.
a weird zone, very unique because there's basically only big mobs here.
Here? What of Nahuatl? I see. No mercy.
There's like no trash.
Her outside.
It appears he has no idea who he is dealing with.
Jesus.
This place is strange.
There is no time for this. Atziri will soon commune with the beast. Cease your
Kind of spooky corridor, not gonna lie. I don't really want to go there. Man, how am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Come on. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Nice. What do we actually want? This, right? Or this? This doesn't really matter. This matters. And this also matters, but not for boss.
Die, forgotten!
Okay, found a checkpoint. Means we're on the right track.
take no pleasure in harming one of my own. But if you persist, I will do with her what I must.
I'm 2 levels behind. It should be fine. I feel strong. Okay, we're at the boss. Not half as stressful as Viper, so it should be fine.
The eve of the end. The demon of Vatzoatl has finally come for me.
Such arrogance.
This ends now. Sacrifice is the only path to survival. Let's see how you handle this.
Oh, holy fuck. I don't think I've ever seen him do that.
Observe.
Okay. He should be transitioning soonish. Yep,
I can't give up.
we want to proc the crystals.
You know why we're here? It happened! It cannot be stopped!
No, I will succeed.
The genius of the
I cannot let my efforts be in vain. Let's see you survive this. You think you can stand in my way? Existence is merely energy.
Kinda lucky with the rotation there.
For years.
I'm not lie.
What? How? Get up! Get up! I cannot allow you to interfere. Fatal ambition. This
This is very hard.
not over yet.
Okay, I have enough move speed. Nice. And that's how it's done, boys and girls. Normal difficulty down on hardcore.
How could this happen? All I've done, all that I sacrificed.
Your people cannot be saved. History is already written. You can stay here and die, or come with us and help save the future.
The legacy of the Val must be protected. I do know of a way to contain the beast.
Best you start talking then. My friend here isn't exactly the peacemaking type.
There is
So
I will
It's settled then.
All right.
By the first ones. You're alone. I'm glad for them now. I would appreciate it if you could. Reach Clearfell.
Fire, beast.
This is actually not the easiest section in the world for this build, because the crabs are extremely annoying and hard to hit. So if I don't have a body to explode next to them, they're kinda dishing out a lot of damage. Oh, and these dudes, they insta-kill. I've died to them once, and I'm never doing that again. Man, this is actually hard. I'm not even kidding. These porcupine crabs are really annoying.
Your sickness controls him.
damage is starting to fall off. I can notice this. I need to do something about it.
He bore the mark of corruption.
I know it.
Well done. Please come inside.
Here.
Ren, there's a bait on you. Know well.
His burden is heavy. He hides it well. Well, stay safe. If you can. Her mind tends to wander. She reminds me of one of my sisters.
Oh wow. It's better than what we have. Please. The resistance. Ah, I'll take it.
Sorry. These are just some odds and ends of mine.
Nothing here.
Goodbye.
Right, we need to trade a little bit. Actually, be right back. My kid woke up. I'm back. Let's do some trading. Because we need to upgrade the wand, I think. We have a decent amount of money. Actually, let's start with this. 22,700. There are a couple with 3. Okay. So let's say 3. This one is good, but not really what we're looking for because we're using but it's really good. But we're using brutality, but we might change it. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. This is really good already, but quite expensive. So maybe try like this. Holy shit. Please reply. Please reply, dude. Please don't be AFK. That is ridiculous. I did it again. This did look too good to be true. Yeah, it was way too good to be true. This is really good. Oh. I might try. Maybe he sells. Who knows?
Welcome. If I don't.
The currency exchange is open.
Like me.
Okay. Okay, he's probably not selling like this, and I'm not paying one divine for that wand. This is not bad for 1x. This is also not bad for 1x. This is not bad for 2x. Nice. No, this is the one. Okay. So we probably need to change brutality for something else. But what? This is good, but I don't think it's good enough. What is our crit chance? 23. So maybe this is super critical angle. Inevitable critical, I mean. Nah. It crits way too much. I think this is the one we want. It's definitely not easy. Let's try this for now and we'll see how it goes. Actually, you know what? Maybe this is still good. I don't even know.
Away with you!
There's no way this is good. What am I even talking about? Let's try it. I'm down to try it. Nice. We need, wow, 2 more levels. Jesus. Still more. So weird. Shouldn't it be? So insignificant. Still brutality is better, I think. Until we get more crit chance.
It is strange to think the Vestiri was once home to such a goddess. Vile sorcery hangs on the air.
Die! Forgotten!
Corrupted or not, your kind deserve no better.
Oh, I need to sneeze. Nice, very fast. Dead end.
Keep going, Digger.
We'll kill this boss just for the lulz.
The very trees
There is one attack that is kinda scary, but otherwise... This is the attack, I think. No, it's not. That's an attack where he puts his... yeah, exactly this one. His both hands into the ground.
waste away, back to the soil.
Nice, we found it. And now we just need to find the zone.
This tree has an abundance of energy.
I never understood why there's no checkpoint here. I need to check this. I bet if I don't, it's gonna be there. Of course. that was something else.
I thought the Ezomites buried their dead. This must have been some battleground. Fall before me!
And detonate that is extremely fun.
Ugh, the dead seem to rise in every direction. No matter.
Oh wow, that really hurt. I'm too relaxed. This is not a safe zone.
Didn't break a sweat.
Okay, found the second one. Nice, the storm run is
It is bound to this place.
something we're lacking, so I'll gladly take those. Nice, there we go.
Return to your prey. Die for Joker.
This boss is not to be underestimated, even though it's an early game boss. It's actual mechanics, and it's hard if you underestimate him. This one especially. Uh-oh. I need to see him. Nice.
Now, Battle Lord, accept your death.
Okay. Still under-leveled severely. I need to catch up somehow.
I would have. Till next time.
Renly's done a fine. Bye.
What level? One more. Alright, I think I should call it. My energy levels are really dropping. I will be streaming tonight. Yet still, but I need to take a break from this because this is really, really taxing on the brain. And I really don't want to die. So, yeah, thank you for tuning in. And I'll see you, I don't know, in an hour or so, hopefully. But still tonight. Take care.